The Psychotic Time Wasters present Whose League Is It Anyways? This season starring...
Playing the god of testicular torsion, it's Vinyl. Very mindful, very demure, very bird. It's Wiz. I think she's doing it on purpose. It's Heather. He is the Eggman. Cuckoo-ca-choo. It's Fishy. Fire walk with him, fire talk with him. It's Kink. God snakes rule? It's Vo. Keeping a keen eye on the points, it's G-Man. Let it's now. It's Astus. What's up, everyone? Welcome in to Whose Leagues It Anyways, Season 12, Match 7. And today we've got PTW Vinyl, PTW Vo, PTW G-Man, and PTW King. How are we all doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Doing awesome.
Sick. Well, if you are new around here, Whose Leagues It Anyways is the best Commander League game show on the internet where everything is made up and the points are the only thing that matters. Season 12 is the Battle of the Gods, and we built decks to different restrictions. All the gods were rated in a tier list from points, from best to worst. That's it about that, because that's a lot of rules to go over, and that's not what matters. It's the points that matters. Vo, you keep track of those, don't you?
Oh, baby.
Alright, how are we looking going into Match 7?
We have Final out in front with 24. We have Vo with 23 and a third. And then we've got Kink and Heather with 23. We got Aces with 19. G-Man and Fishy with 18. And coming up the rear, we got Wiz with 15.
Whoopie-doo! Vinyl, you won the roll beforehand, so you were on the play. Good luck, everyone.
I'll go ahead and draw. I'll play a Smoldering Marsh tapped as land for turn and pass.
Oh, baby. Temple of Malady, scry. Pass.
We will untap and draw. We'll go ahead and play the Mountain, and we will pass.
Draw. Force. Pass.
Untap. Draw. We'll play a Swamp as land for turn. We'll tap 2, tapping Smoldering Marsh for red. And cast a Fireblade Artist. It's a 2/2 human shaman with haste. And at the beginning of your upkeep, I may sacrifice a creature. When I do, Fireblade Artist deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing my Fireblade Artist at Vo for 2 damage and first blood.
Ooh, my god.
Pass turn.
Draw. Gonna do Forest. And do 2 for Binding of the Titans. Chapter 1. Each player mills 3.
Bruh. My
Reassembling skeleton.
fallout
Come on.
Mountain. My fire diamond.
Okay.
That's gonna be it. I'm gonna pass.
Untap and draw. We're going to play Mountain. And we're going to pass.
Draw. Forced. Pass.
Draw. Gonna play a Mountain as land for turn. And I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing Fireblade Artist at Kink for 2.
Ouch.
Get bonked, nerd.
Fine.
Pass turn.
Tap draw. Chapter 2. Exile up to 2 cards from graveyards. For each creature, gain a life.
Yeah, there's no creatures in here. I have Disrupt Decorum, though.
Same.
That's fine. We're gonna get Disrupt Decorum. And Deadly Dispute too. Whatever. Exile. Boom. Exiled.
Wow. Okay, Vo.
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha, bitch.
went after. I hit Kink this time to show you that it wasn't personal, but
Yeah, he was following the totem pole method.
Well, that's good and all. Swamp. 2, 3, 4. Timuret Calls the Dead. Chapter 1. I mill 3. And then I'm exile creature enchantment to make a zombie.
What is this, a fucking saga deck?
What is this? Oops, all saggies? I'll exile a Themia to make a zombie.
I think something's wrong with that guy's skin.
it's made of faces. Is probably the problem.
That looks to be the case.
Appears that you have faces where your skin should be.
Maybe that's
I'll
Manny faces.
pass.
Untap. And
A
draw.
zombie token.
Mountain. Tap 3. For Glowin, the Dwarf Emissary. Now.
Gloin.
No, Glowin. You see it's got the accent mark on the O. Glowin. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and I can tap it to sacrifice a treasure to goad target creature.
Hey! Hey!
And we will pass.
The fuck?
Hey, you're not the only guy who can do that around here.
What the fuck?
Draw. Forest. Pay 3 for where'd it go? Rona's Monument. And pass.
Tap.
Hey,
Draw.
who's a monument?
I don't know, man.
Play a swamp as land for turn. I'm gonna tap for Altar of the Pantheon. My devotion to each color and each combination of colors is increased by 1. And then I'm going to tap Altar of the Pantheon and a swamp, Altar for green, to cast Steve. You know what Steve does. Sack him to go get a land. I will move to combat, and I will swing my Fireblade Artist at G-Man. 4-2.
Blink.
Pass turn?
Tap draw. Saga triggers. Binding of the Titans. Turn a creature or land from my graveyard to my hand. Get the Grim Guardian. And Timorets go chapter 2, and I will mill 3 and exile a creature or enchantment. Rid of Binding of the Titans to make them zombie. Play a forest. Let's do 3 for Enchantress's Presence. Whenever I cast an enchantment, draw a card. Do 1 for Font of Fertility. I can pay 2 and sack it to get a land, and I'll draw from the presence. And I pass.
Untap and draw. We got a mountain. Then we got, for 3, Glittering Stockpile. I can tap it for red, put a counter on it. I can tap it, sacrifice it, add X mana to any one color where X is the number of counters. Now, whenever that gets cast, that's a historic spell, so I'm also going to get a treasure. That is going to be it for me for now. I will move through phases to pass.
Untap. Draw. 3 for Nylea Kenai. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. 5. This being green. For Bahal, Lord of Maherder. As long as my life total is less than half, Baal is indestructible, and when a creature I control dies, goad, and +1 something else. Now that Baal's here, and I'll have a really fun time together, I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing Fireblade Artist and Steve at G-Man for 3 total damage.
1, 2, 3.
Second main, I'm going to sack Steve to his own ability to go get a land. And when I do, I will get to goad a thing. I will goad Gloin and put a 1/1 counter on him.
Boo. Wait, on Glenn?
Yeah.
Boo.
I mean, you can tap him to make him not attack.
Boo.
Forest tapped on the battlefield. Pass.
Tap draw. Timorets 3. I gain X life and scry X for my zombies. So 2. Scry 2. Pay 2 for Satyr Wayfinder. Top 4, and I get a land out of them. Swamp.
Love that card.
2. And I'm gonna crack my font and get a forest. Play this swamp. Pay 1 for Dockside Chef. Trigger the presence and draw. And pass it up.
Untap and draw. Gonna play a mountain. Tapping 5.
Oh, yeah.
Tapping 4 and Glittering Stockpile. Put a counter on it. For Suitor, the Fiery Jotun.
Oh.
You know the deal. He's got trample, and whenever I cast a historic spell, it's bad. Dang, man. Glone's goated, huh?
Gloin is goaded. But you can tap him and sack a treasure to not have to attack with him.
Yeah, but I like my treasure. Who could it attack that? What you got over there to block, G-Man? Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, man. Glowing is going to attack you for 4.
Big bang nothing.
That's better than sacrificing my treasure. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Pay 2. Cast Pulachronos, World Eater. Monstrosity X. Pulachronos, World Eater becomes monstrous. It deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Your opponents control each of those creatures, deals damage equal to the power to its power to Pulachronos, and he's a 5/5. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep, I have a Fireblade Artist trigger. I'm choosing not to. Draw 4. And we're going to cast Industrial Advancement. At the beginning of my end step, I may sacrifice a creature. If I do, look at the top X cards in my library where X is that creature's mana value. I may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of my library in a random order.
Red's birthing pod.
I'm going to tap green and a black and gain a life from the Altar of the Pantheon and cast Scrap Shooter. I'm going to gift a card to G-Man, and when Scrap Shooter enters the battlefield, if the gift was promised, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls, I am going to get rid of the Enchantress's presence. Sorry, though.
I like that gift.
Everybody's got so many blockers. I'm going to move to my end step. I'm going to sack the Scrap Shooter to Industrial Advancement. When I do, I will put a 1/1 counter on Surtur and goad it.
Boo.
And then I will look at the top 3. Oh, sick. I may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Geode Rager enters the battlefield. It is a 4/3 elemental with first strike, and it says landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, goad each creature target player controls. And that's all I've got past turn.
Untap draw. I swamp. I'm gonna pay 5. I'm gonna cast Coiling Rebirth. And I'm gonna gift a card to G-Man. I reanimate a creature from my graveyard and make a 1/1 copy of it if the gift was promised.
Nice. So you do an offspring. That's so cool.
Hell yeah, brother. And I'm gonna choose Doomwake Giant.
That's really cool.
You're gonna think it's a lot less cool when there's 2 Doomwake Giants.
Oh, that's bad.
So they come in and they see each other come in, so all creatures my opponent's control are gonna get -4 until end of turn.
Boo.
It's way less cool.
Way less cool.
Super less cool, dude. Like, what did I do to you? Nothing yet. Look what you did to Glowin'.
My 5/5 a 1/1, you monster.
Now I'm a monster. I'm gonna pay 1 and Utopia Sprawl this forest, choosing black, and all creatures gonna get another -2/2 until the turn.
Bruh.
Darn it!
I see you.
I'm done being a monster.
No.
Hello?
Are you though?
Vinyl does have a lot more life than everybody, so we should probably go hit him for combat and hit him for 6. Bring him on down.
Well, now I don't have a lot more. I don't have a lot more life than everybody. I have a little bit more life than some people,
There
and
we
a
go.
and a lot more life than G-Man.
You're not allowed to have a little more life.
I only have one more life than you, bro.
That's way too much, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
Untap.
A lot more life than everybody. I see what you're doing, Bo. I'm just a little guy.
I'm a monster after
I'm
that
out,
turn. I
man.
know, okay. But this is the first time I've gotten to play Coiling Rebirth this season, so
No, I've tapped 7, and it's Suitor again, guys.
here he comes.
Alright. Past turn.
Untap. Upkeep draw. Forest. Pay 4 for Surak and Goreclaw.
Bear.
Bear and human trample other creatures you control have trample whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control. Put a +1/+1 counter on it against haste until end of turn. It's a 6/5. Got to end step and discard Lifeblood Hydra. It's all you, Vinyl.
Untap. And draw. 4. For Erebos, Bleak-Hearted. Legendary enchantment creature. He's indestructible. As long as my devotion to black is less than 5, Erebos isn't a creature. And whenever another creature I control dies, I may pay 2 life. If I do, draw a card, and I can pay 1 in black and sack another creature to give target creature -2/-1 until end of turn. And then I will go ahead and tap 3 and gain a life from my Pantheon because I do have a god out. And cast Murder and destroy the large Doomwake Giant.
In response, I'll pay 2 and sack him to my guy to just draw a card.
It's gone. That's what matters.
It's gone.
That's the important thing. And I don't think I can do anything else, so I'll move to my end step, Industrial Advancement to May, and I don't have any creatures, so I will not do that trigger, and I will pass turn.
Tap, drop, place 1, 2, 3, 4. Cemetery Tampering has Hideaway 5, and then at my upkeep, if there are 20 or more cards in my graveyard, I get to play the exiled card full free. Hideaway this one. 3 for Farika. I will pass.
Untap and draw and mountain. 6. So tap glittering stockpile, get a counter with another 5.
Oh.
Sunbird's Invocation.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Whenever I cast a spell from my hand, I reveal the top X cards in my library, where X is the spell's converted mana cost, and I may cast a card revealed that way with converted mana cost X or less without paying its mana cost and put the rest on my library in any order.
Loving that for you. Hating it for me.
Then, I think that's going to be it past turn.
All right. Untap. Draw.
We'll see who the problems here are, right, G-Man?
Forest. Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
them.
Look at the mirror.
They are bad. Let's see here. So, play
Look at
Forest.
Vo.
Do not look at the man behind the curtain.
Vo has the most life, guys.
It's true. You should get me for that.
Pay 2 for Renata called to the hunt. She'll come in with +1/+1 counter. Devotion is currently 5, so she will be a 6/4. And she will also have haste. And then we're going to turn around and pay 3 for Iron Scale Hydra. If a creature would deal combat damage to Iron Scale Hydra, prevent that damage, and put a +1/+1 counter on Iron Scale Hydra, he's going to come in with 2 +1/+1 counters on him in haste.
Oh
No one liked that.
no. Oh
And, when I cast Rona's Monument goes off, I'll give 2/2 to Serac and Goreclaw when Renata is cast, and 2/2 to Renata when Iron Scale Hydra is cast. So, yeah. So that's a 8/7 at the moment. She's a really big girl at the moment. Vo has a lot of blockers.
Got little dudes.
Oh no, everybody's got blockers. You can't attack.
Oh no, I'm going to swing my 7/7 Iron Scale Hydra at Kink.
I heard
This is the one that if a creature would deal combat damage to Iron Scale Hydra, prevent that damage and put a +1/+1 counter on Iron Scale Hydra. So, block at your peril, buddy.
I heard everything has trample too.
Yeah.
Hear that?
From a bear.
I wouldn't listen to bears.
No blocks. So, pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Swamp is land for turn.
Everybody take notice of all the cards on Vo's board.
Well, they're not even real. Look, guys, they're written down on little white pieces of paper, you know? They're not even
Pieces of
real.
Laminated dry erase paper.
Not even real.
No, well, if they're not even real, just go ahead and take them off your board.
Oh.
How big is Renata right now?
Let's see here. My devotion is 7, so she's an 8/4.
And it gets bigger from your devotion.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. That answers that then. I'm going to go ahead and tap Altar of the Pantheon for red and gain a life. Tap a swamp and cast Hot Pursuit. When Hot Pursuit enters the battlefield, suspect target creature and opponent controls. I'm going to suspect Renata called to the hunt. As long as Hot Pursuit remains on the battlefield, that creature is also goaded. At the beginning of combat on my turn, if 2 or more players have lost the game, gain control of all goaded and or suspected creatures until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste until end of turn. So it's suspected, which means that it can't block, and it is goaded, which means it can't attack me, and has to attack every turn. That's all I've got. Pass turn.
Okay. In step. I'm gonna sack the Wayfinder to draw a card. Untap.
Oh, it also has Menace. That was the other thing about Suspect. It has Menace.
I like the sound of that.
Has Menace and can't block.
Draw for turn. What to do? What to do?
I'd probably do something about that G-Man fella if I was you.
Yeah, that bear's a problem. I agree. I think that bear would be much cooler as a 3/3 elk, so I will bestow him with the Trickster's Elk and make him a 3/3 elk.
That is pretty cool.
It's not cool at all.
Well, I think elks are cool.
Dude, that elk's antlers are on fire. That is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool
Yeah.
as shit, dude.
Much cooler, you're welcome. Let's do 3 for Krufix's Insight. Reveal the top 6. I can put up to 3 enchantments into my hand, and the rest to the grave.
You will regret that, sir.
1 enchantment, the Greater Tanuki. Rip. I'm gonna pass turn.
Whoopie-doo. We're going to untap. Tap Glittering Stockpile. Put a counter on it. There's 7. Total 8. Myojin of Roaring Blades.
Ooh, blades. Yeah.
Wow!
So this guy enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on him. Because I cast it from my hand. And I can remove the indestructible counter from him to deal 7 damage to up to 3 targets. And because I cast it, that's going to trigger Sunbird's Invocation. So I can reveal the top 8 and cast an 8 or less for free.
Woo.
Yeesh.
You know Vo's the problem, right? He
we're
took
gonna
care of my problem.
Reveal the top 8.
I just got some little guys.
Mob, Mountain, Hazard's Monument, Acroma, Raise the Effigy, and Combustible Gearhulk. Well, this Acroma is supposed to be 8 mana, and so I think I'm going to do Acroma the Angel of Fury.
Yikes.
So Acroma can't be countered, has Flying Trample and Protection from white and blue, has Fire Breathing, which is, feed red mana into it to get +1.
I will also mention, since you cast a legendary creature, you get a Surtur trigger in between all of this.
Indeed. Yeah, that's going to be 2 Surtur triggers. Renata was a what?
A 6/4.
6/4.
Yeah, we're going to double trigger Renata to try to kill her.
Well, unless someone else is going to prevent you from doing that, she dead.
We're just trying to take care of some of the big problems on the board,
Those are the bigger problems. And stuff over on Vo's board. But
I see that too. I know what's going on around here. Let's
Many things.
We're all just trying to figure out what's going on around.
There are many doors, Ed boy.
Many doors, Ed boy.
So
you have increased the wrath of Nylia.
Oh, look,
Dare
everybody's
insult
increased
the
the wrath of
shepherd.
Nylia. That was a big turn. I'll just pass. Let everybody think about it.
Everybody think about it.
Tap.
You can also remove that indestructible counter from Myojin at instant speed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, reminder, I have an instant speed 21 damage that I can dish out.
Cool. We're going to pay 4 per Gargos the Watcher.
Oh my.
Vigilance Hydra spells you cast cost 4 less cast whenever a creature you control becomes target of a spell. Gargos Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. We're going to do 1 forest and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Capricopian. Capricopian enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it, which will be 6. Pay 2, put a +1/+1 counter on him, then you may reselect which player Capricornia is attacking. Only the player Capricornia attacking may activate this ability only during the declared attacker's steps. He doesn't have haste, so you got lucky there, but he is a 6/6. I want to do 2/2 on the Iron Scale Hydra both times, so he's a 11/11.
Hold on, where are you getting
Monument.
twos? Oh, the monument.
Cronus
Jesus
Monument.
Christ, dude.
All right, Iron Scale Hydra 11/11 coming at you, Kink.
I'll block with Myojin.
Take 4.
Prevent combat damage
Got
and
trample. Oh, I take 4. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Sad.
All right, and then that'll be my turn.
Untap, draw. We're gonna go 5 and cast Lucius the Eternal. 5/3 with haste, and he has Armor of Shrieking Souls. When Lucius the Eternal dies, exile it and choose target creature an opponent controls. When that creature leaves the battlefield, return Lucius from exile to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Chat activated singing, so do with that what you will.
I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing Lucius the Eternal at Vo. It's a 5/3. That's all.
guess we'll throw a zombie in there. Get him in the mix.
Bonk. Second main, I'm going to go ahead and tap 2 and activate Erebos Bleak-Hearted to sacrifice Lucius and give the Doomwake Mini -2/-1 until end of turn. I will also pay 2 life and draw a card. When Lucius dies, because the sacrifice is part of paying the cost, I'm going to choose the miniature Doomwake Giant as the creature that it returns. So after that effect takes place, Lucius comes back.
His brain is massive.
It's so big!
That's cheating.
I'm going to go ahead and move to my end step and pass the turn.
Neato. End step, I'm gonna channel this Greater Tanuki to get a land tap. Untap, upkeep. Mill some cards, and then we've got 20 or more, so let's do the thing. We're gonna cast a Poison Tip Archer.
Danger.
Drop turn. Danger. Freak is real.
Oh, that's not good.
It's fine. Come on. Do 3 for a Bastion of Remembrance. Make a 1/1 human. Because Poison Tip Archer, I don't think he's going to live very long, so let's get this enchantment out there. Man, I got this cool 5/5 Indestructible, but it looks like a great blocker, so I think I'm going to pass.
Bo's taking the cake approach. He's going to talk while the band plays. Untap and draw. Oh, gee, guys, look. Vo is petering on some sort of combo.
If someone could get rid of that enchantment making my bear an elk, I could take care of someone named Vo.
We're going to leave that there.
Oh.
We're going to leave that there. We're going to... I don't like how big your creatures are. That one is bigger than my Myojin can deal with.
Right now it's a 8/8, and then I have an 8/7 and a 6/6.
He's got
and
big
a 5/6.
creatures, and I don't like that at all.
And a 3/3 elk.
The
I want
biggest,
to hurt them,
some might say.
but I don't know if I have the balls. Let me see here. Let me think. Let's do some math.
Do you have the balls?
Gargo's a pretty bad boy, you know. Discounting my Hydra is by 4.
Bad boy. He's not wrong.
Got Vigilance.
Gargos is like a 6/6.
He's a 8/7, baby.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got to bring that back down to earth, I think. So, we're going to tap Glittering Stockpile, sacrificing it to add 4 mana. 2 red. 4. So for 10, feeding 8. I'm going to cast my legendary themed sorcery, Jaya's Immolating Inferno.
Oh my.
We're going to deal 8 damage for each of up to 3 targets, and that is also going to trigger Suitor because it's a legendary.
And it's going to trigger your Sunbird's Invocation, right?
Yes.
Damn.
So let's go ahead and do the Suitor damage first on the stack. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that Poison Tip Archery.
Just go ahead and put that over here.
Yep. And then let's go down the stack to Sunbird's Invocation. We're
Top
going to
10.
reveal 10, yep. Solemn Sim, Mind Stone, Chain Reaction, Dragon Cultist, Mountain, Creative Technique, Live On, Mountain again.
Creative
Technique!
Technique!
Yeah, Creative Technique looks pretty good.
Points, baby.
Dragon
Everything else looks
Cultist,
terrible!
Creative Technique is what we are going to choose as our free cast. So, we're going to put these all on the bottom. Creative Technique goes on the stack next. Creative Technique, we are going to demonstrate it. We are going to let Vinyl demonstrate.
Yeah!
So
We gotta
we're
shuffle.
gonna shuffle, yep, and then reveal cards from the top until you reveal a non-land card. Exile it. Rest on the bottom. Cast it without paying because I demonstrate I get to do it twice after you do.
Alright. It's Elvish Mystic.
You
I'll
got
cast it.
Elvish Mystic.
Oh!
Elvish
Cast it now.
We got doo-doo!
You got some doo-doo.
At least it's a creature. Better than nothing.
When my poison tip died, you all lose life from the Bastion.
That is also true. So then we are going to continue moving down the stack to my 2 creative techniques. The stack is wild. So again, reveal until non-land card. Sunspine Links. So that's going to be my first one. Players can't gain life, and damage can't be prevented. And when it enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls.
I have one non-basic.
I have none.
And I also can't sing, because I can't
I
remember.
have none.
There's too many things on the stack for me to remember to sing, Chad. I'm sorry. I am done shuffling. This is second creative technique, not the mountain. Oh, coveted jewel. Everybody loves that.
This guy got both his help a player cards on the same turn.
So that is going to trigger Suitor on the stack. So I want to do 3 damage to something. Let's do 3 damage to Vo's face. Then we are moving down the stack to Giant Assimilating Inferno. We are going
Finally.
to do 10 damage to up to 3 targets. And we're going to get rid of Gorgos. We are going to get rid of that thing you punched me with. And the other big thing you have, I think, is the 3 targets I want with that.
So when Gargos is targeted, his effect's gonna go off.
Yep.
And his 8/7's gonna kill your Acroma, Angel of Fury.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Then Iron Scale Hydra is targeted, so Gargos will hurt something else. You got anything over there that's not indestructible?
I got Suitor and Sunspine.
Oh, Suitor's not indestructible?
Nope, my god's not indestructible. My god is not a bitch god.
I'm going to kill Sir.
Yep. Thank you.
And then Gargos will die, and Capricornian, I figured, was the other big thing you were talking about.
Yeah, the thing with all the pluses over there, yeah. Even though I do love that one. That's one of my favorite hydras.
Go.
And then Iron Skull Hydra also dies.
Yep, all those big things were starting to attack me, so we just needed to clear those away. Main 2, I'm going to tap Coveted Jewel for 3, and my Mountain for 1, and I'm going to play...
Did you draw cards when you cast your coveted jewel?
No, I'm supposed to draw cards.
Draw 3 cards, yeah. That's one of the big things on it.
Oh my jeez.
It do have those words on it.
I forgot. We're still going to tap the 3 and the 1. Outpost Siege. So, Outpost Siege enters the battlefield. The Sunbirds goes on the stack first. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to choose Conch. So, at the beginning of my upkeep, I'll exile the top card and, be able to have it in my hand, kind of.
Card draw mode.
Card draw mode. Sunbirds, reveal the top 4. 4 or less. We got Mountain, Drakuseth, Mountain, and Mountain Sick. That is going to be the end of my fucking turn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good Lord, you did a lot. Untap, draw, pay 3 for Rites of Flourishing so I can get a help a player point.
Woo!
I'm just going to swing the elk at Vo for 3.
I'm gonna block it with my indestructible god.
And you get an elk back, Vo.
Elk.
And then I will pass my turn. Final, for the love of God, do something.
You're asking the wrong guy. You've had all the power. Don't put this on me. I will draw 2. Oh my god, it's a land. Mountain is land for turn.
Gain life. Prevent damage.
Well, I guess I'm gonna do something, but it's probably not the something that G-Man wants. I'm gonna go tap 4. Then I'm gonna cast a spell. It's gonna be a card or Doom Scourge, card or Doom
It's probably
Scourge.
not what he wanted, yeah.
Probably not what
it.
he wanted. But I'm gonna make it his problem. Before I move to combat, I'm gonna tap 2. I'm gonna sack Lucius to Erebos' ability. When I do, I'm gonna choose the human. The 1/1 human. And I'm gonna give that human -2/-1. Pay 2 life and draw a card. And Lucius will come back in. Sorry, Vo.
What?
I sacked Lucius to the
He killed
Erebos
the
ability. and hit the human.
My human.
We'll all lose a life and you'll gain a life.
I
So
can't
Lucius
gain
comes
life.
back in
There's
like,
a cat.
ha! And I'll draw a card from that.
But you all lose a life. That's
Yep.
fine.
Yep, I lost a life. And
Don't
Lucius,
like that.
G-Man, are you back?
Yep.
I played Cardor Doomscourge, so I did something about it. It's just probably not the something you wanted me to do about it. When it enters the battlefield until my next turn, creatures my opponents control must attack a player other than me.
I don't have any active creatures, so I don't give a fuck.
Everybody else does.
Oh no.
I'm gonna move to combat. Gonna swing my 5/3 Lucius. Vo, what's your biggest creature?
5/5 indestructible.
Icky, icky, icky. We're gonna swing at G-Man.
Suck it.
I figured as much.
5/3 coming at you. Pew pew.
Maybe my rights of flourishing will give me some more time. I doubt it though.
Then we're gonna move to the end step. Sacking Lucius to industrial advancement. I'm gonna choose the 2/2 zombie as the creature that it comes back with. And look at the top 5. Well, I have to resolve this whole thing, but I'm going to pay 2 life so I can draw a card afterwards. Playing Loreen the Diversion. Partner's not in the deck. And then I'll draw a card. I'll play a second land and pass the turn.
In step, I'm gonna use Farika. I'm gonna make them 3-snake them. 3 snack. Untap, draw. Suffering. Yes, that looks quite good. Yes. Play force. Do 2. Cast Peerless Recycling, gifting a card to G-Man. And targeting Nature's Will. And another permanent. Let's get Moldervine Reclamation. And we're just going to smack both set enchantments into play. Do 5 for Moldervine Reclamation and 4 for Nature's Will. And I would like to move to combat.
Not like you have a choice.
Where all my creatures that can attack must attack. So, yeah.
It sucks to be G-Man.
Sucks to have no blockers. Yikes.
Bring it on, you son of a bitch.
So, send it at G-Man. It's 14.
That fucking hurt.
I will untap my lands and you will tap your lands.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't know. I'm a little scared about that Myojin.
Don't worry about it.
Guess it'll be fine. He said don't worry about it.
He's a liar.
I'm gonna pay 3 for the Grim Guardian Constellation. Opponents lose a life.
It's Bastion of Remembrance.
It's Bastion 2, Electric Boogaloo. And then I'm gonna pass.
And we lose a life when he enters. Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody lose life when he enters, correct. He counts
Already
himself.
did that.
Perfect.
Alright, we're going to untap and draw. And draw.
2.
And we're going to exile the top card of my library for Outpost Siege. It's a mountain, sick. And then I'm going to play the mountain. We're going to tap 3 on the Coveted Jewel for 3 red. And then
That guy's got a coveted jewel. Somebody hit him.
I know, no. And then we're going to tap 3 mountains that we're going to cast. Chandra the Awakened Inferno. So, just out of curiosity, does anyone have any non-elemental creatures bigger than 3 toughness at the moment?
That's an oddly specific question.
Just out of curiosity.
I got a 1/4 and a 5/5.
This guy gonna board wipe again?
What do you mean
He
board
might.
wipe? I only removed 3 of G-Man's creatures. I haven't board wiped yet.
No, I mean Vo board wiped her.
Again!
Trigger Sunbird's Invocation for 6.
That's probably right, yeah. It's a good thing
We
to
got
do.
Comet Storm, Explosion of Riches, Evolving
Oh, baby.
Wilds,
Explosion of
Kessig
riches.
Flame Breather, Mountain, and
Oh,
Gratuitous
That's
Violence.
pretty bad.
Guy hit the nuts.
Nut.
Oh, that's an elimination card right now. Come on. Do it.
It does
Do
kill
it.
G-Man. Does do
Yeah,
that.
gratuitous violence has got to be what I pick. It's coming in.
Does kill G-Man.
We're casting it off of Sunbird's Invocation. So, gratuitous violence, ladies and gentlemen, is if a creature you control will deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to the permanent or player instead.
Have you killed me yet?
No, but you
he's
can
fin
pretty
to.
much count on it. We're going to
Oh my god, this is crazy.
+2 on Chandra Awakened Inferno.
Everybody gets an emblem.
So everybody's going to get an emblem that at the beginning of my upkeep, it deals 1 damage to you. Then all of these go to the bottom. We're going to go to combat, and everybody does have to attack. Vo, you don't have any blockers, right?
I got a 1/4 and open mana.
A 1/4 and open mana.
Don't be scared of that mana.
Well, look, here's the deal. So my creatures are going to deal double damage. So Myojin, if I just swing Myojin at G-Man, he's going to die. And then I can swing Sunspine Links at Evo, and he's a 5/4.
Those are words you're saying. G-Man obviously has no responses. 4 blocks. We're going to pay some mana. And I'm going to exile my Acolyte of Affliction to make an untapped Sneck. And I also am going to exile Chase's Bear, and he gets a 1/1 Sneck. Everybody lose a life from Grim Guardian, yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm going to block with the snake.
Well, you know, if he's alive, that's one more person that can be a problem. So I'm going to let him stick around a little longer.
Thank you.
Yeah, my 1/1 Death Touch Sneck will touch that cat.
Excellent. We love that. It's going to die.
When it dies, everybody loses life for Bastion.
Oh, excellent.
In response, I'm gonna tap Alter the Pantheon and gain a life.
And then my
Look what you've done.
Moldervine Wreck, I'm going to draw a card.
Right.
Look what you've done!
I also gain a life from the Lynx dying. Because Cardor Doomscourge says so.
Attacking creatures, okay.
Main.
And each opponent loses a life from that too. So you all will lose a life from
Lose
Lynx
another life.
dying.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Main 2.
I hate it
I
here.
was like, Cardor has more words on him.
Sacrifice the treasure. Tap 6. Total of 7. Chancellor of the Forge.
Hell yeah, big
Okay.
boy.
He's a giant on theme. When it enters the battlefield, put X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens with haste on the battlefield, where X is the number of creatures you control. But that could be even more, because before that happens, Sunbird's Invocation goes on the stack. Reveal 7.
Oh, baby.
Mountain, Soul's Fire, Mountain, Iron Star, The Flux, and a Hunted Dragon.
Chat, don't vote for him. He's not singing for you.
Oh, we sung a lot. We sung a lot. I'm doing the cake stuff. Don't you hear the music in the background? Imagine it in
And
your
don't
head.
you hear the music that's playing in the background?
That's right. Now you know that the things are happening. And I'm going to cast the card. It's going to do some stuff, but really it's because we're running out of time.
Somebody do something.
There's a lot of decisions. There's a
You
lot
built this
of
deck.
decisions. I'm a maniac.
Maniac, I know.
Alright, I think we're just going to do a Soulfire. So target creature I control deals damage equal to its power to any target. So we're going to have Myojin deal damage to Vo, and because it's a creature, it's going to be double damage, so it's going to be 14.
Oh wow, you could have killed G-Man there.
Hey, we're not done out of my turn yet. Shut up.
That's
fair.
what I was
I can
expecting.
do that at instant speed, okay?
Yeah, true.
And
Oh, right.
Fuck
then-
me.
And then we're going to get our goblins, which is going to be
No one
3
can save you.
goblins.
You will suffer.
That's what it's looking like.
3/1/1 goblins, baby. Okay. They also have haste, but
Goblin.
that was in main 2, so it's not a big deal. Nothing I did was a big deal, guys. Everybody, calm down. Pass turn.
Nothing I did was a big deal.
Pass turn.
Look
Everybody
at me
knows.
wrong, I'm gonna kill you.
I take one at my upkeep because of your stupid emblem.
Yep, you're welcome.
Draw 2. Fuck you.
Witness me.
We're gonna play Forest. And play the Hunter Maze. It comes in tapped. Pay 3 for Honored Hydra. He has Trample and Embalm 4. And then we're gonna be sad because we can't really do anything else.
Put him out of his misery.
Keeping him around? Maybe someone else wants to punch him.
Yeah.
For me to instantly snipe him out from under him.
I will pass the turn.
Untap.
Maybe he wants to hurt somebody else while, I still have him alive.
No upkeep. Draw. 9. The ball. Pay 1. And cast Viscera Seer. It's a sack outlet that lets me scry. I'm going to use that to sack the Elvish Mystic to the Viscera Seer's ability and scry 1. When I do, that'll trigger Erebos, so I'll lose 2 life and draw a card. And I'm going to goad the Myojin and give it a 1/1 counter. I'm going to pay 1 and cast Forsaken Miner. It's a 2/2 skeleton rogue that can't block, and whenever I commit a crime, I may pay black, and if I do, return Forsaken Miner from my graveyard to the battlefield. I should have scryed. That can go on the bottom. I'm going to sack the Forsaken Miner to ball to goad the Chancellor of the Forge. I'm going to lose 2 life and draw a card. I do not have black mana to pay, or I would bring him back because of the target. And then I will move to my end step and sax Cardor to the Industrial Advancement. When I do, I will goad the Grim Guardian, and I will pay 2 life. Look at the top 5. Whiff, and I will goad, draw the card, because I already goaded the Grim Guardian. And then I will pass the turn. So yeah, Grim Guardian, Myojin, and the Forge all have +1/+1 counters on them and are goaded.
Dang.
I'm going to instep, exile 2 of my own creatures, and make 2 snake. Everybody lose 2 life.
Boo.
And we're going to untap. Draw.
And don't forget to take your damage.
Let's do 3 for Nyx Weaver. Everybody lose life. 2 for the Skola Grove Dancer. Everyone lose life. Let's do 4 for Vraska Swarm's Imminence. If a creature I control with Death Touch deals combat damage, it gets a +1 counter.
Icky.
Because I feel like death is near, I'm gonna pay 3 to cast Feral Invocation and put it on Hooded Hydra so that I play another one of my devotion cards.
Death is quite near. I think Kink's biggest threat. He has a lot going on. Like so much.
Look in the mirror.
I'm looking in
is
it.
Bastion that's doing the damage where all the creatures come in?
No, the Grim Guardian, because they're enchantment creatures.
Yep.
Ball is indestructible now, by the way.
Play a swamp and go to combat.
What I heard is Ball is a bitch god.
Oh!
It's only indestructible if I'm below half health.
Alright, so a little bit better than the others.
I have to work for it.
Balls is indestructible. Okay, that's fine.
Can't attack him anyways, right?
I can't attack him with the Grim Guardian.
Oh, just the goaded things. That's correct. Yeah, get him.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that King can just kill me on his
King
turn. as long
can
as he gets
instantly
your damage.
spit out 14 damage at everyone, so
Yeah. So
I think we have to
No,
full
dude.
send it at Kink. I think we got to full send it
No,
at Kink.
dude. Come
No,
on.
dude!
Alright, so I'll block the biggest 5/5 with a goblin. What's the next?
3/3.
Goblin. Guardian is going to get blocked by the Chancellor.
So we got a Goblin to the 3/3 Goblin to 5/5, the Chancellor to the Guardian. So you got a 2/2, 5/1 with Death Touch, and a 1/2.
So I got one goblin left. We'll get your thing that's not a token. Your
Okay.
outlet with
It's
my
blocked.
goblin.
The Guardian dies. The doc says Chef dies.
My goblins die.
You take 7. All the snacks get a +1 counter from Nebraska. Everybody lose 2 to the Bastion. I will draw 2 for Moldervine Wreck.
we're both dead.
And I will float this 3 mana in response to my Nature's Will trigger. Untap my lands. I think we're just going to do the thing I'd done before, man. We're going to use the 3 floating mana and exile Nyx Weaver to return target card from my graveyard to my hand. It's going to be the Agent of Erebos. Then main 2, we're going to pay 5 for Sir Conrad.
Yo!
That's
And
not
we're gonna-
okay. In response,
Okay, go ahead.
I want to hold priority for a quick second. So, in response, we are going to go ahead and snuff the Myojin, get rid of its indestructible, to go ahead and do 7 damage to G-Man, 7 to Vinyl, and 7 to Yuvo, which will be
So,
14
I
because it's
die.
double.
Kaboom! The bomb
Dude,
goes
you
off. I think it's got to be a little bit of a YOLO.
Well, I am tapped out as far as mana, so...
I'm going to pay 2 and activate Conrad. You and I both mill a card.
Oh my god. Instant.
Damn. Pass turn.
Alright, untap, draw. Outpost Siege. Attempt with Vengeance, huh?
Oh, I should have had a Coveted Jewel. That's fine. I have a Coveted Jewel in these 3 cards in my hand.
+1 Chandra. Because I can't kill any of your creatures. Tap 9. Suitor, baby!
This brand is huge.
Is huge. Oh, I forgot to play my mountain. Well, I'm pretty sure you got it. I got a swing. Even if I didn't swing, Attempt with Vengeance wasn't going to give me enough things to haste out. You got it. I'll just go ahead and tap out.
Yeah, I'm going to use Farika to make some snakes, which is going to cause Conrad damage. And I'm going to block with the snakes, which is going to cause Bastion damage.
Yep. GG.
GG. Devotion numbers.
7.
You said 12?
Yeah.
Sick. Because mine was 13.
Mine
Nice.
was 50.
Fuck you!
Damn!
What does count for points is voting for the splashiest play, starting with Vinyl.
All right, I'm gonna give my first splashy play points to that absolutely bonkers turn that Kink had in the middle of the game, where he passed a thing and then got a Sunbird's Invocation off of it, and then got the technique off of that, and the stat got absolutely ridiculous.
Pretty good.
That was pretty fucking good, because I think you got the damage doubler out of that too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's insane.
Oh my god, that
Also
was
got
just
both
like...
his helper player cards. It's gonna go nuts.
And then I'll give my 1 point to Vo for the res and offspring of the Doomwake Giant. That was just like, oh, it was so bad.
Why is this happening? No!
Like, that's such a cool card, and I hate the way you used it, which means it was perfect.
I hate what you've done here. Yeah, it's got to go to the big red turn for the 2 points. And I think the 1 point, I want to go to the Gargos sending the 6/6 Capricopian for 1 mana, like just all the cost reduction. That's pretty sick. Everybody's like, oh no, this has to stop now. That cannot be allowed.
First of all, I'd like to say, hi, I'm Big Red, and if you don't vote for me, then fuck you. Yeah, so I definitely gotta agree, Splashiest play, 2 points. I think I'm gonna have to toss it to G-Man with all his big Hydras and the Gargos, because that splashed hard. Man, the second splashiest points, though, it's tough, because, you know, there was a bunch of little splashing coming from the rest of you, but it added up, you know. It was enough to get water in my eyes, and that water had chlorine in it, because we're in a pool, and I didn't like that. I guess I'm going to have to give the 1, though, to Vo, because his splash ended up draining me to life, you know.
Y'all did gross shit. I think I am going to have to go 2 to Big Red and 1 to the Drain Engine that Vo created.
Chad, I know you're awake today. You tried to make
Yeah,
me sing.
sing!
Chad is awake today. They were making us sing and everything, but they
Better
currently are
vote,
just
Chad.
lurking. They don't want to vote.
Oh my god.
But chat, if you ever feel like getting your vote in, till the end of the voting period, we will accept late chat votes.
It's going to take us to the best theme, starting with Vinyl.
I'm going to give my first points to G-Man, because that was a lot of big, nasty Hydra shit. And I'll give my second points to Kink, because, dude, you cast so many fucking spells. Everything was on fire, and I was scared.
It's the end of days! I'm going to give the 3 to the Murder Cult. I think this is a little, seeing more of the other payoffs of murdering, the advancement, and that Erebos loop with the other guy. That was and we got to give the points to Big Red. I mean, he had the Myojin, he had the Immolating Inferno, he had the End Times Fire.
My theme votes. Everybody did their thing, dog, but I think the big points is going to have to go to the G-Man really showing out today with the Nylea theme, a lot of Hydras, a lot of Theros theme stuff, Nylea theme stuff, and then the one, again, really close because, yes, I saw a lot of good murder theme cards from Vinyl as well, and Vo also had a lot of good theme cards with a Snex and Affliction, and Vinyl even played Murder. Toss one to Affliction.
Even played murder.
I think I'm gonna have to hop aboard the murder train.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
And then there was a lot of affliction going on, and there was definitely hellfire to the max. I'm gonna give it to affliction.
There you go.
Tough choice though.
Chat. Do it, chat. Come on. You know you want to.
They can lurk if they want to.
You know you want to.
They can leave their words behind.
Well, that'll go to the last category, which is the most valuable card, starting with Vinyl.
I'm going to have to give the first points to the Myojin because, I mean, you killed 2 players with it. That's pretty fucking good. And I'm going to give the 1 point to Nature's Will, a card that lets you
My
untap all your lands.
Favorite.
Disgusting!
The 2 definitely got to go to Kink. I feel like there's so many cards that could be this card, but
Yeah.
the Sunbirds was big, the Jayas was big, Myojin was big. The runner-up, maybe to Lucius. Like, the engines are good, but he was kind of doing some enabling, some weird enabling.
I gotta give, unfortunately, the most valuable cards I gotta give to either Bastion of Remembrance or the other creature that was, entering the battlefield pinging, death pinging.
Grim Guardian.
I think I gotta give one to
Or probably the
Gorgos.
one-
Gorgus.
Gorgus did a lot of value getting them big things in and forcing me to use my big burn spell to remove them all.
He did do that. I feel like the 2 has to go to something on King's board, though. I mean, like Vinyl said, he used Myojin, wiped me and him out simultaneously. The Sunbirds was gross.
The Sunbird was my first horseman. Myojin was the second.
Bastion of Remembrance and the weird enabler thing that Vinyl had both performed about equally, I feel. Maybe Bastion performed a little bit better because it did end up pinging Joel to death. Well, it pinged all of us to close to death, and then it finished off the game. So I guess Bastion.
Let's call for chat. Let's call for chat.
They were just here for the tunes, man.
No.
They just wanted to make us sing
No.
and enjoy the show, which is perfectly acceptable, chat. You don't have to vote if you want to. You can leave your matter behind, but we like it when you vote.
We like it when you vote. All right, well, then that'll conclude this match. Coming up the rear, we got Vinyl with 12 points.
Oof.
Next up, we got G-Man with 13 points. The runner-up with 22 points, it's going to go to Bo, which means the winner of round 7 is going to be Mr. Kink with 29 points.
Whoopie-doo! How's that going to affect the standings for Season 12? We're in Match 7. We're deep
Well, these standings, we got Kink in first with 24 points, followed up by Bo and Heather with 23, Vinyl with 22, Aces with 19, Fishy with 18, Wiz and G-Man coming up the rear.
Man, it is literally anybody's race. Bonus stars are still going to be in effect at the end of the
top
season.
4 are pretty close.
Them bonus stars are nuts. They took me up from last place to second place that one season.
Yeah, bonus stars, it's like Mario Party up in here. Points are the only thing that matters. Well, good game, everyone.
Good game.
Like this video and subscribe to the PTW YouTube channel to see more content and to find out when our new videos release.
Follow the PTW Twitch channel and subscribe for ad-free viewing.
Don't forget to follow that Facebook and that Twitter to keep up with all the good news.
Don't forget to check out the new merch store. Best way to support the PTW crew and get cool shit at the same time. Thank you all for watching.